expensive solutions. And gonna rant a little bit. I've been talking for the past few days about this 15-year-old girl who was stabbed to death in a freaking Walmart by four girls, a bunch of freaking hood rats that stole some knives, chased her through the aisles of Walmart while they had their phones on live stream and killed this girl. Now, my first question is, and try not to swear here, my first question is, where was everybody? Have you ever been in a Walmart and there wasn't at least 500 people in there? I have. I've never been in a Walmart where there's at least every aisle's packed full of people. Every aisle. And we've had this freaking COVID problem for the past year. So these punks who are normally cruising malls and arcades and other teen hotspots are now pushing to where there are other people. So wherever society is allowing them to be open, because it's the human condition to want to react with other humans, other people, they're pushing into that area. So you've got a bunch of young teenagers, a bunch of hood rats, and they walking around with their phones on live stream, planning because they knew they were going to kill this girl. They knew they were going to kill her. So my question is, where in the hell was everybody? Where were the men? Where were at least a couple of women? I know a 50-year-old woman could ram into those girls with her shopping cart and take at least two of them down when she clips them in the ankles. But you see this, and I know that there are guys there were people there, and they're like, oh shit, let me pull my phone out. And they just start recording, and they're like, oh shit, they stabbed her. Oh, that's really bad. And people don't do anything anymore. Oh, I'm so furious over this. You know, and the stupidity is, and I've even got people, even my daughter doesn't think stuff like this can happen, but I've got people who think that, that'll never happen, it'll never happen to me. And when it does happen, you go into a sort of mental shutdown. Your brain just shuts down, you go into shock. But where were the men? Because I can tell you that if I saw something like that happening, I don't care if it's for teenage girls, boys, I am slapping the shit out of everybody. If I see a teenage girl running down the aisle with a knife, and we had that here in Kaneohe at Ross's a couple of years ago, Ross's discount store, and this guy was walking around inside Ross's with a knife. I wish I would have been there. But if I see some girls chasing a girl, don't you have the compassion as a human being to yell or say something? To just say something. Call the police. Call 911. She's got a knife. Anything. But no. And it wasn't like this happened in an isolated corner of Walmart, because first of all, there are no isolated corners in Walmart. But it wasn't in an isolated corner. It was in Walmart. They were running through the aisles and stabbed this girl to death. And from the looks of it, they started in McDonald's or whatever their little food court is in that particular Walmart. But my question is, where are the men? Because I can tell you, I would have slapped one of those little bitches so hard, I would have knocked her out of her tennis shoes. And then she can talk all the shit she wants and go back to her friends and be like, you know what, we did stab that bitch in the heart. Yeah, I guarantee you that shit wouldn't have happened. But is that what our society is coming to? Think about what you would do. Think about how the parents of the victim feel right now, knowing that their daughter doing nothing life were emotionally pleading for someone to save her. Anyone. And nobody did. People just stood there and watched and just let her die. What would you do? I know everybody tells me, well, man, I'll tell you, I'll pull my gun out or I'll whoop some ass. But most of you wouldn't. Most of you wouldn't do anything. You'd be shocked. And you'd stand there and probably look the other way. So start thinking about it now, because it very easily could be your family one of these days. It very easily could be your family member that's running down the aisle begging anyone to save them. and it might be you. I hope these girls go to prison for life. They won't, obviously, because that would be racist. But I hope they go to prison for life.